Welcome everyone to another edition of Harry Sky Riddley's video blog. I'm Harry Sky. As you can see, I'm still got some swelling here and here and here, but a follow-up video is in order for you all. Now, as you all know, I am sitting in the bar section of my cousin's house. Behind this is the kitchen, which you've seen. This time you get a good view of their giant TV, entertainment center, and some couches. And as always, I will talk to you about different things. So this time around, my son Moppy is right under the stool here. You got Rye Biscuit, aka Riley, over there. You got Himbo right here. And then you got Molly buried under the blanket. So you got all these little doggies around me. They're good too. So I want to say the other day we finally popped the cork and Tara really loved this. Kind of a little expensive, but it's a claret. Me and Aaron did a review on the claret. It was one of Aaron's favorite cigar wines, and we paired it with a nice, tasty cigar. Now I'm gonna put my glasses back on because that's how I am. Want to give you an update. That's why I'm doing this. As you all know, Thursday morning, I'm not giving you guys an update Thursday or Friday because I'm going, well, maybe Friday evening, but I'm going home. Here's the deal. So, yesterday, as you know, I don't know what the adventure was going to be, but it came out to be interesting. For one, we decided to take a trip through town. We stopped by. I got to try Chick-fil-A for lunch. Next time I'm here, I get to try the breakfast. Problem is, I got the spicy chicken sandwiches. They're good. I don't like pickles on my chicken sandwiches, so that's just, Tara's like, oh, that's a specialty thing. So I took off the pickles in the last one. So, anyways, went to the doctor's appointment. Saw my doctor. She's like, basically spills the beans to me, or actually doesn't spill it, but basically he's like, oh, by the way, Rita, we want you to come back. I'm like, oh yeah, no problem. 1 month later. A month later. So, no problem. So I said, okay. So after that, I scheduled the appointment, but I left it so it could be open-ended so we can work with the other doctor. Well, the other doctor was kind of a douchebag for lower surgery, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, anyways, I get done. Me and Tara, that's my cousin-in-law, decide to go and take a trip by train. I could have got the 2.5 hour pass, but instead I just got the all-day one, thinking, hey, it's the same price. Okay, because I'm a honored citizen and I get discounts being disabled on fares, 50% off. So I got the day pass. Get on the train. Me, her, and Moppy, we got seats, by the way, went all the way downtown to the Portland Courthouse from the clinic, which is in downtown. From there, we decided to go into a place called the Rock Bottom Bar, Brewery, and Grill, I think it is. I got a little Rock Bottom card, so I can use it anytime for rewards. I gotta activate it today, I guess. So, anyways, I'm wearing my Super Mario Brothers shirt, so I will tell the story still. Anyways, we go there, and I get two 25-ounce porter beers. I mean, this stuff was wow. Gary had 2 beers, too, so we got back on the train. We were running a few minutes late because of the train. And I don't like chugging beer, so she's like, chug it, let's go. So we get to my appointment like 7 minutes late. But the thing is there's this old fart asking so many questions. So finally, Tara goes to the bathroom first, then I go. Tara gets me checked in. I fill my paperwork out. Then the doctor's like, oh, well, why do you want lower surgery? Why do you want this? I'm like, look it. I've had facial work done. Oh, I don't know. When did that happen? Last month. I've had these done. So eventually he realized, well, I said I need to be complete. What's the word? You don't like this? Ooh, I only got one referral, and I think you need to get them again, both fresh. Contacted the therapist. Says, can you get to it? Yes. Oh, and then he said a hair removal. So he gave me a medically necessary letter that says it needs to be done for covering, I think, on insurance. no problem. So I'm like, no problem. So being very ill today, very not feeling so well, I oh there's Mo. She just let me see, can I actually get nope. Yeah, her ears. You can see her ears barely. She's right there. She moved her head. See, she's a little mini adventure. So, anyways, let's get down to it again. So, finally, they told me to go to dermatology. So I go to dermatology, and they're like, "Here, how's the car call?" So I call as we're leaving the parking garage, and I asked her, "Hey, girl, where are we going next?" She's like, "It's a secret." So we drive and drive. We drive downtown. It took us about 30 minutes of traffic. So finally, she finds a car park. So we walk along. We're going downtown. We walked approximately 6 miles together yesterday. It was not bad. As we were walking, we passed a Jimmy John's. I'm like, I could use some of that. She's like, not now. So we go into our first place, and it's like a little dive hole bar. And she asks for a drink and gets me a stout. And I drink it, and then we get another one. And then she's like, cool. Well, there's this African American guy who was buying himself some Pabst. It was Pabst Blue Ribbon in happy hour. So finally, we get up, and he's like, "Where are you guys going?" She says, "Oh, I want to go to a few topless bars. You can more than welcome to come." He's like, "Oh, okay." So she bought him a beer. Well, as we're walking along, we ended up hitting up Kells. That's in memory of Eric. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a Kells beer. Well, they had Kells' happy hour, so it's cheaper. So 3 beers, no problem. Then she bought the next round, no problem. Then we left. Then we waddled along again down the road. We ended up in another dive hole. This time she says, I need some food if I'm going to continue. So I had some food and some Pabst. Now, Pabst isn't bad, but the thing is, I don't mind a good stout. But by that point, I'm just like, lighter beer was fine. So, got done. Then she's like, no problem. So we get to the next place. So we started hopping around, for a nightclub or topless club. She knew where they are. So finally, my cousin gets called in and texts in, and he's like, I'm on my way. So he comes in. I'm like, what are you doing here? And he says, someone's gonna have to drive you two ladies home. So he had a beer, and then we walked probably about 4 more miles or so. The day was just pretty long, and we finally got to Jimmy John's. I got sandwiches for lunch today. But anyways, we finally got in the car. After we got back to the car park, they put Moppy in, and I fell asleep. I mean, I had so much ale in me and so much beers and porters and stouts, and I was like, so my cousin's like, is Rita dead? And she's like, no, she's just passed out. I passed out cuddling with Moppy all the way home. Moppy was my pillow. Left my glasses in the Jeep, but oh well. So anyways, this morning I get up, and I'm supposed to go to an appointment today for dermatology, but I got a light fever, and I'm not feeling well. So I call him, and I cancel. I got a nice guy, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, miss. I hope you're doing all right. And I'm like, no. So I called up that emailed my surgeon who did my face and got them to reschedule it. So now I get to price out Amtrak fare today, as well as do some other things. I think I'm going to sit down, take a photo too today, because I didn't do it yesterday, that I'm well aware of, and post a picture about, Tara says I'm on vacation, so I cannot work. So I thought about doing some projects, it seems pretty good, no problem. So that's how it is. Moppy, of course, has been so good, and so the adventures. Went to Saturday, had a different one. Nope, I just checked Facebook. So, anyways, as you all know, I have Red Lobster recently. That was good. Their lobster formula wasn't that good. So today I think I'm going to sit around and make out a list on Word or Excel on who I got to buy gifts before and, figure it out. I'm going to email a couple people and get some ideas. I got a couple ideas for a couple people already, so I just got to get it set up. So my Christmas shopping will begin soon, and I hope I get it all done before Christmas. That's the other project I'm working on. I also got to check my to-do list today because I don't remember what I was supposed to do yesterday. I was just out of it. I think the doctor knew I was a little tipsy. You know what? I don't give a damn. Thing is we have to wait in between. So technically, I think, it was pretty crappy. Oh yeah, and I got to call a lawyer today on some business. So they didn't get back to me. So I want to check to see if they have a license to practice in this state. So anyways, with that said, everyone, I'm gonna sit around today and listen to some music and do some work. I'm supposed to be cooking hot dogs for dinner, but there's no hot dogs in the place, so I have to figure out what to do. So, anyways, for some of you out there, my ballot has been mailed off. It was mailed off right before I left. It went into the mailbox on a Sunday morning securely, so it is now been processed, and my ballot is now, pretty good. I did get a cranky little thing today that said something about Latino and African American voters are turning out by the droves, but the whites are just dwindling because they don't want to vote. I think to every person who's colored, who's Latino, who's Asian, who's American, who's Italian, any race or any nationality, that if you're an American citizen and you live over here, it's your duty to vote no matter what. So don't feel pressured to sit there and not vote, because then you can sit there and bellyache about the current commander-in-chief that got into office, or the new one coming into office, and you can't do a damn thing about it because you didn't vote. You just get to keep your mouth shut. So, that said, everyone, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback and suggestion. And may God bless you in everything you do.